Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive with us. Today, we're getting our hard hats on and grabbing our pickaxes as we head underground to explore the role of a mining assistant. It seems like a lot of you out there are really interested in this kind of work, and honestly, who can blame you? It's a chance to be a part of an industry that literally shapes the world around us. We've got a whole load of insights from RoleCatcher here to guide us as we dig into the details, so let's get started. So, first things first, what does a mining assistant actually do? Well, according to RoleCatcher, it's a really interesting mix of like hands-on work and serious teamwork. Imagine you could be assisting miners with all kinds of tasks. Some routine stuff like equipment maintenance, but also some seriously impressive stuff, like laying down pipes and cables, even helping to create those massive underground tunnels. Whoa, right. It's like being the support system that keeps the entire mining operation running like a well-oiled machine. You're not just along for the ride, you're a vital part of the whole crew. But here's something that really caught my eye when I was going through the guide, the word mechanical. And I don't just mean it appears a couple of times, it's like, six
Yeah.
times. Like they practically carved it into the virtual walls,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. That's a really interesting observation. And I think it says a lot about how this role is changing, with technology and everything. Because when you think about it, as mining relies more and more on automation, with all this advanced machinery and tech, well, then having a deep understanding of all those systems stops being a nice to have and becomes absolutely essential. It makes you think. Mining assistants, they're becoming this crucial link between, well, human expertise and all the complex machinery that drives modern mining, right?
Yeah.
And this is a pattern we're seeing more and more across loads of different industries, not just mining. It makes you wonder, how do you see technology changing your career path?
Such a good question. It's not just about swinging a pickaxe anymore, is it? It's about understanding the tech behind it all. But, while we're on the topic of, well, the realities of this kind of job, Rollcatcher doesn't try to hide the more challenging parts of it either. They're
Yeah.
very upfront about both the good and the gritty, if you will. And I really appreciate that honesty.
Yeah, I agree. On the one hand, they highlight all those things that attract people to this line of work. The pay's good, there are opportunities to travel, and of course the chance to learn practical in-demand skills. But they're also very clear about the physical side of it, how
Oh.
demanding it can be, the potential hazards that just come with the territory of working in a mine.
Yeah.
Even the fact that, let's be honest, some of the tasks can be pretty repetitive. And I think that's really important. It's about giving you, the listener, all the information so you can make a smart decision about whether it's the right path for you.
Yeah, exactly. No sugarcoating here, just straight talk. I like that.
It's about finding that sweet spot,
Yeah.
where your skills and your goals and, well, your personality all line up. Because even in a tough environment like a mine, there's still room to grow and to find your own niche, as you gain experience.
Right, right. And speaking of growing, I was impressed with how Rollcatcher lays out the typical career path for someone in this role. They've got these clear stages from entry level to junior to senior positions, but they don't just give you a generic list of duties, which I really appreciate. They actually show you what each stage might look like in the real world. So, for example, when you're just starting out, you might be doing a lot of equipment checks, making sure everything's in good working order. But then as you move up to a junior mining assistant, the guide talks about how you start taking on more responsibility, like maybe helping to plan activities or even operating more complex machinery.
It's interesting, isn't it, how the focus shifts from assisting to supervising as you climb the ladder. At a certain point, you're not just following the procedures, you're the one who might be developing them, or mentoring new team members, even shaping how things are done overall. It becomes more about leadership and strategy, even though you're still working within the same basic career path.
Right. Absolutely. So, okay, let's say you've got the skills, you're up for the challenges, and you're excited about where this career could take you. There's still one big question, right? How do you actually land that mining assistant job? Especially these days, with technology changing everything about how we look for work. Because let's face it, sending out a generic resume and crossing your fingers just isn't going to cut it, not in a competitive field like mining.
You're absolutely right. And that's where I think role catchers' approach to job hunting is so valuable. They get it. They understand that the job market is basically a digital landscape now, and you need the right tools to navigate it.
Totally. And the way they do it feels so, I don't know, personalized. Like they're giving you the power to take control of your own job search. One thing I thought was super cool was their CV and resume builder.
Oh, yeah. It's not just a spell check. It's like having a secret weapon.
Exactly. They use AI to look at job descriptions and then they tell you which skills to highlight. Which keywords are going to make your application stand out to recruiters? And, those applicant tracking systems everyone's always talking about.
Because you're not just competing with other humans anymore, right? You've got to get past the algorithms, too.
It's crazy. But RoleCatcher helps you work with the algorithms instead of against them.
Exactly.
Genius. And then this is for people like me who don't exactly love interviews. RoleCatcher has you covered there too.
Oh, for sure. Their interview practice section is amazing. Think about it.
Yeah.
You can practice answering questions, get feedback on your body language, even your tone of voice, and you don't even have to leave your house.
Right. It's like having your own personal interview coach, available 24/7.
Totally. And it shows you how seriously they take this.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher is really committed to using technology to make job hunting less stressful and more, well, effective.
It's true. They take all the, I don't know, the scariness out of it, and they replace it with like actual advice and support. But here's the thing that really stuck with me, even with all the cool features and stuff. They don't just leave you with a to-do list, you know what I mean? They actually make you think.
Yeah.
They ask this question at the end, and it really got me thinking.
What's that?
It's, what kind of mining assistant do you want to be?
I like that.
Right, because it's not just about getting any old job, is it? It's about, like, building a career that you're actually passionate about. We've talked about the skills, the challenges, all the tech that's changing things. But what part of it really speaks to you?
Exactly. What gets you fired up?
Yeah.
Are you excited by the problem-solving side of things, like keeping all that equipment running smoothly?
Right.
Or maybe you see yourself in a leadership role someday, supervising a team, making sure everyone's safe.
Yeah.
Or could it be that you're really passionate about the environmental impact of mining and you want to be on the front lines of making it more sustainable?
Absolutely. There are so many different paths you could take.
Exactly. And I think RoleCatcher does a great job of showing you what those paths might look like. It's not just about being a mining assistant. It's about all these other related careers too, different specialties within the industry, management roles, even entrepreneurial stuff, if that's your thing.
It's really cool. They've got a ton of resources on their website to help you explore all of it, which I think is amazing. Because a career isn't just a job title, is it? It's this journey, especially in a field like mining, where things are always changing so fast.
Absolutely.
The skills you learn as a mining assistant, they could take you in so many directions.
It's all about keeping your options open and being ready to learn new things.
So for anyone listening who's feeling ready to, I don't know, to dig deep, both literally and metaphorically, we really encourage you to check out RoleCatcher.
Couldn't agree more.
Think of them as your free, personalized guide to this whole world of mining.
And who knows? Maybe one day we'll have you back on the show to tell us your own mining success story.
Haha, wouldn't that be something? That's all the time we have for today's deep dive. But until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and never be afraid to, well, dig a little deeper. We'll see you next time.